Okay, this is Kicking It with Jason. I never say like this ever. I don't know why I'm doing it in my podcast. Just trying to do a different look. I got my leg up, one leg up on my knee kind of style. So I'm about to just stop doing that. But on this episode, I'm going to talk about a recent interview I did with the gym, Black Hawk County. Wait. Black Hawk Country Club. There's a gym there. Got the hookup through my brother. Went through the interview process, and it went well. It was awesome. So, just gonna talk about that. If you haven't checked out my last episode, definitely go check it out. I break down some of my clients' workouts, what we did that day. I break down specifically the title is called "Protecting Your Negative Protecting yourself from negative thoughts as you make progress on your fitness journey." So, that's pretty interesting. There's some good topics there. And I would love to know if you watch it. Leave me feedback. But on today's episode, like I said, gonna be talking about a new gym that I'll be joining, and just talking about that process. So it was cool. It's over there in Danville, different part of the Bay, different town, different people, different atmosphere. It's like a luxury kind of style of gym, way more private. But I'm used to working in private gyms. I do it now. It's just, in a different city, different income levels, for sure. But what is the same is people. You got to be there for the person. You got to be professional. You got to be you. You got to keep the gym, stay professional, but do work, provide value, care about the person, care about the people you're training, care about the people that walk through that gym, customer service. So, just talking to the boss lady, she understood that. And even, my brother recommending me there is just, it means, you know, he feels I was fit for the job. He feels I could handle it. He sees the value I could bring there. And my brother's a really good trainer, really good. I learned a lot from him. He's incredible, a lot more experience than me. Trains a lot more people than me, and he's seen it all in this fitness industry, gym, personal training world. So, to get the referral to go there says a lot. Even though it's from my brother, like he wouldn't just recommend anybody. And what I'm going to talk about is I'll incubate more on how this fitness industry is evolving and how things are opening up again and the pandemic. I'll really sit down one of these days and go into depth about that, and the emotion and the creativity and the grind and the uncertainty and even the confidence building and the stress and anxiety that all came with it. I have to do that, but things are looking up. Things are a lot better considering the circumstances, and it's exciting, because it's been hard. It's been, the pandemic started in March 2020. It's March 2022 now. It's been 2 years. I'll definitely make a post about this written word because I just get written word out quicker for content. Definitely flows a lot easier, but just gonna have to sit down and express that because I think that's important. I think that will just give people hope. As part of documenting what I'm doing behind the scenes stuff. So I want to do that. I want to do that for sure. But um, man, so this interview went pretty good, and specifically what I want to talk about is the questions the head manager asked me after we did the mock session, and I'm just gonna turn it into a podcast. So I did a mock session, And I showed up late, dude. Like, what a bad first impression. Like, I was thinking the session starts at 2:30. I was there at 2:08, just sitting in my car, just kind of just chilling and looking over notes and stuff. And she was like, "Hey, you here?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm here, but I'm coming right now." but man, good thing I didn't leave the house a little later. But did a mock session. After that mock session, she was really cool with the cues I gave. She wanted to see that, see my personality, the cues I gave. She gave a little tip on the cues. Totally cool with it. Like, I love learning. I love hearing other people's feedback, what they see from the outside looking in. And she gave some cool tips on the cue, um, on the queuing advice. But she asked some questions, and one of these questions she asked was, "What's my philosophy as a trainer?" And for making content and just talking about it all the time to my people that I train, a lot of these questions she answered, I've already answered to social media. And so it's so ingrained to me and just comes out naturally. So she was like, "What's your philosophy as a trainer?" And I said, plain and simple, my philosophy as a trainer is love the journey, do the work, and have fun. And I just posted that the day before the interview. Love the journey, do the work, and have fun. Because this is hopefully a lifestyle thing for people. It's not a flash in the pan. It's not a trend. It's something that's making their life better. So loving it is going to get them through those days of the least motivated days. It's going to get them through those times where they want to quit. And it's just going to make it more exciting and worth it. Loving the journey makes the hard work doable. It makes everything a bit more smooth, in my opinion. And in terms of doing the work, well, it takes work. And I don't want to shortcut that to people. I don't want to sugarcoat that. I don't want to. I don't want people to overlook that. I want to set people's expectations right when they express their goals and they set up these sessions and they do the workout and they start working out and getting fit. Is like this takes work. It does. You're doing your regular job. You're a family person. You got responsibilities. You have other life events, and you have things that are pulling you different directions, and you have other goals outside of fitness. It's going to take work. This is going to take work. It's going to take work to stay focused. It's going to take work to get in the gym, do the workouts. It's going to take work to stay consistent. It's going to take work to keep your calories right and get stronger and get better. So, that's that part of it. And then having fun. Why not have fun? Um, Everything I do, I want it to be fun. And if you're having fun, you're going to look forward to it. You're going to look forward to the work in general. So, that's pretty straightforward. Have fun, joy. Having the joy of lifting a dumbbell, having the joy of sweating, having the joy of the just being fit. All those things go into my philosophy as a trainer. And then the second thing she asked was, what if someone, I don't know, actually, I don't even know the order. I shouldn't say that's the second thing she asked. But one of the things she asked is, what if someone is having a bad day? And it happens. People are having a bad day. Sometimes as a trainer, you don't even know when people are having a bad day. You don't even know what people are going through sometimes. And some things are expressed, some things do come to me. But, if someone is having a bad day, no matter what, if everybody's life is going well or anything, my job is always to make sure that their hour with me is the best hour of their day. If it's not the best, it's up there. Number two, at least the best hour of the day, because they're putting their money into this, putting their time into this, they're putting their effort, they're making, some kind of sacrifice, they're prioritizing this time for themselves. Like, they call it me time. The gym for people is me time. And if that me time is, usually people make me time, it's like something for them to do for their own good, for their health, something to make them feel good, look good, salon, vacation, spa, hike, gym. Gym goes right in there with that me time, or just me time can be resting for people. But for a lot of people, the gym is important, and it's a place where they can feel better and they can release stress and they feel good about themselves. Just to get into the science of working out, the endorphins in the brain and the emotional energy that we have in us and is exerted through sweat and power and energy and moving the body, it works as a healer a lot. So when somebody's having a bad day, usually what I find is just if we just start moving, things just start to feel better. And just keeping it professional and not going too much into personal things or anything like that. But let them know like, hey, I feel you. I'm here. I'm here as best as I can to make sure that we have the best workout today. That this does help you feel better, and if we can't do all the exercises today because it's just not in the cards, it's all good. Like, we won't push as hard, but we'll get something done. We'll still get some kind of work done. Like, sometimes I have to scrap something that's super hard because their energy and focus isn't there for that person that day, and that's all good. It doesn't hurt them in the end. It doesn't hurt me in the end. If anything, it's a win, and it's the proper way to deal with somebody's bad day. That's emotional intelligence, that's caring, that's being able to adjust what you constantly have to do as a trainer. um Another question she asked is, how do you keep workouts fun? I even have an episode on this somewhere in the podcast. But how I keep workouts fun and exciting is, first of all, I'll be myself. I'm me. I be Jason, and I put Jason into the workout, into how I talk, into how I'm explaining the exercise. I'm having a good time, and through that, the workout is fun. Also, just having a great workout written up, making sure that they're having an experience with the workout. That could be with the music that's playing. That could be um, how I made an adjustment to the workout. All kind of things. But basically, how I keep workouts fun is by keeping it me, being me, and keeping the workout good. A great workout is a great workout, and you just never want to have a bad training session. You just never want to write out a bad program. As you want to. It's like putting on a show. You want that show and the production to go smooth and well as possible. And if there is something that's fumbled or something that um, is not lined up right that day, they don't even know. They don't even know. They just watch the show, and at the end of it is a standing ovation. I'm always trying to get a standing ovation from all my clients' class. If I'm teaching a class, same thing. Another question she asked is, am I a nutrition guy? It's a good one. Being a trainer, or am I a nutrition guy? So, as a trainer, it's different from being a nutritionist. That's a whole separate expertise. Am I knowledgeable on some things? Of course. Am I knowledgeable on food and calories and things like that? Of course. And the best thing I said is, like, this is the thing of fitness and life in general. Just own up to, if you're not an expert in something, own up to it. I said, no, I am not an expert in nutrition. I'm not. I'm not an expert in nutrition. If you guys see my content, I don't speak on it a lot. But I do speak on protein a lot because I'm very comfortable there. I don't give food advice like that, but I do say, like, protein is important. Protein, you should get at least a gram per pound of your goal body weight. Usually people are undermining protein, under eating on protein. That's a nutrition, or that's a nutrition that people are missing out on mostly. And nutrition and protein helps with weight loss and gaining muscle. I do say that. I do talk about calories. If you want to lose weight, be in a calorie deficit. Basic. I'm very, very basic. I stay basic with it. Um, but nutrition, it's fun. If that's your thing and you love foods and you love to dabble into, not even dabble, but really dive and get into the nitty gritty of what carbs do for the body, what fruits and vegetables have a certain thing to, um, you know, give you better digestion and things like that. I mean, you can go all day with that, but I'm very simple. Eat what you want. Keep the calories in line. Of course, eat your fruits and veggies. Eat as clean as possible. But it's cool if you want to have your cake. It's cool if you want to have a cookie. You don't have to cut out these foods, but you do have to watch your portion intake. So people are very, very happy about that when they train with me, when they read my content, and they learn like, wow, I don't have to get rid of foods. That's the way I keep nutrition simple. That's how I stay in my lane and not be a nutritionist, but somebody that just gives simple advice. Another question that was asked was, what do I do after an assessment? And to be straightforward with you guys, I don't really do assessments. I'm not an assessment guy where I do like, all right, let me see your overhead squat assessment, or let me see um, your bird dog assessment, like stuff like that. What I do is I do a warm up. I do a basic warm up, and through that, I'm already eyeing it. I'm looking at movement. I'm always looking at movement. How is this person walking? How is their posture? Are their shoulders rolling forward? Can they move well? Are they huffing and puffing? Are they squatting good? Are their knees caving in? I'm checking out their ankles. I'm checking out their hips. Do they have pain here? Do they have knee pain, shoulder pain? Through the first warm up that I ever do with somebody, I'm breaking all this down, calculating all these things, and putting all this preparation in my head, and just examining and analyzing everything as the body is moving. So that's the way I assess. I don't do a check one, check two, check three, check four, which is totally fine. Like, people do that and it works for them. And you can do that too as a trainer. Or if you know, if somebody is off balance, or if you know they're in pain somewhere, or if they can't squat deep, it could be their ankles, it could be hip mobility. If they can't raise their head or their arms over their head and squat, sometimes it's tight lats, tight chest. So you have to work thoracic. You have to get those shoulder blades back. You have to work the middle of the back and work more back rows. If they can't squat deep, then it's ankles, it's hip mobility, and then that you have to start with box squats and things like that. So after an assessment, I'm doing all those things. I'm calculating all those things, and then writing up a program. 4 weeks is usually a kind of program I write for all my clients. Is usually about 4 weeks, and then I switch it up for another 4 weeks. Maybe I add another set, or different variation. If they were just starting with dumbbells, maybe we're moving some barbells the next 4 weeks, or I'm picking up another exercise into the workout. So maybe we're sticking to like 6 exercises through those 4 weeks. Now we're gonna get 7 in there, or maybe 8. They're gonna get pushed a little harder. Like I know they're raising intensity on them. Add more weight on their reverse lunge, things like that. Write up programs in a 4 to 6 week span. Not switching up the workout, but giving them something really focused, really simple, very lean, to where they can see progress. They can get very comfortable with the exercises. And then another question she asked me, I have one more here, is what if someone is getting frustrated and they aren't seeing progress? That's always a good one, right? Because that happens. And what I said was, if someone isn't seeing progress or they're getting frustrated, we have to break it down. We have to I have to ask questions and see what do they see, or where do they feel they're not making progress. And if it's the scale, I say, well, hey, you just told me you dropped a pant size. That's progress. You told me you're getting better sleep. You told me you feel stronger. You told me you look different. And that is progress. And it's getting people to realize that they don't know. I just talked about this in my last episode, that they don't know what progress looks like. And they won't even give themselves the credit. So there's that. And then there's the impatient part. Sometimes people are impatient. We've been working out 4 weeks now. You're not going to lose the 30-pound goal, right? You're not going to lose 30 pounds like that. But did you average, half a pound a week of weight loss during that 4 weeks? Oh, you did. That's excellent. Did you average, a half a pound of weight loss a week. Over, I don't know if I said that right the last time. Did you average a half a pound of weight loss a week over the last 8 weeks? Excellent. That's perfect. That's like winning the World Series. And sometimes people would think, well, it's not fast enough. It should have been a pound. It should have been 2 pounds. I read, and I compared. And you got to get people out of the comparison mindset. You got to get them focused on themselves. So I said that with her, and that was like basically the question she asked me. I I knew right away after that interview she could see that I have emotional intelligence. I'm good with people. I've been doing this for a while, and my brother did refer somebody very professional on top of their stuff. And I send her videos and workout things like that to check out my stuff. But she has to do her end of being a manager and running a gym and being the boss lady. And she was awesome, super nice, super kind. I heard nothing but good things about her. So Shelby, if you're listening and you're watching this, you are awesome. What else do I want to say? But yeah, also right after I got those questions answered or asked to me, I knew I was going to turn this into a podcast. And again, whatever conversations you guys have with people in your profession, your career, about anything, your with your friends and your homies about the thing you're trying to do, put it into a piece of content, put it on a podcast because it's going to work. That's a great way to take what happened in real life and just document it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I took everything I said in the interview and I'm putting it right here. And now I got a whole 22-minute episode and beyond from that. And now that has built my brand a little more. Now that gives people to see who I am just a little bit more. And that makes me hear again who I am as a person one more time. It lets me even more triple down into my philosophies, triple down into my morals and values as a trainer, as a person, triple down into my hobby and skill sets and my creativity just one more time again. And that's incredible, right? That's awesome. So I have another podcast to do with questions I was asked after I did a first session with somebody. And just talking about that process and what went on in that session, and then the question she asked me as a new person is a whole nother podcast. And even if I said the same thing 1,000 different times, people aren't going to see all the 1,000 different times that you posted it. This could be the first time somebody's ever heard me say these things about fitness and training and being a trainer and my philosophy and what it's like helping people see progress and what I feel about nutrition and things like that. So I always want to just share motivation and give the push for everybody to go out and put yourself out there. Don't care about other people's opinions. Be yourself. Be human. Have fun. Don't judge yourself super hard. Critique yourself kindly, nicely, and then go back and do it again. We always get a swing, another swing. We always get a bat when we're rolling the camera, we're pressing the record button, and we're the ones who are in charge of our ambition and our desire. Like there's always another at bat, and that's exciting. I always get another at bat. I know it. I know I get another at bat. Even if I messed up on this whole podcast, I get another at bat. And how do I do that? I press record again. I go try again. I go and write again. I go and post again. Another time, and another time, and another time. So do that, and don't care about what other people think. One of the girls that trains in my group class every Monday, she put on Instagram. On Instagram where they put up like you can ask a random question to people. So, her random question was like, what's one of the worst mistakes you've made? And I said, caring about what other people think. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes in life. I had. But that was just a good one. Um, because it's true. I think that's just one of the worst mistakes I've made. Um, is caring about what other people think, because then that suppresses my creativity. That kept me shy and in a box. And we're too creative, man. We're way too creative. We have way too much to offer as humans. We only have one life, and we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we all have the ability to inspire one another and to make things happen. So, um, with that said, this is an episode on personal training, behind the scenes. Maybe you got some fitness tips out of it. Maybe you got some information on how to be a trainer. Maybe you got some information on just how to be more creative. And maybe you got nothing out of it at all. And that would just be crazy. And I don't believe you did if you say you didn't get nothing out of this. But I have to go work out. It's almost, I think it's definitely past 5. I want to get something in, a little quick 40-minute workout, sweat, full body. So thanks again. If you listen to a minute of this episode, I appreciate it. You listen to 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm cool with it. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. And till next time. Bye.